Our first play is from Machiavelli 1020 in the Rec. Don't be intimidated into quitting when your team is down. Like, really down.
You're looking live and down and taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Lou Williams.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
And now the Lakers starting group. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Morris is out there with Marc Gasol, and it's Schroeder in at the point guard position. And for the Clippers, they've got Paul George. Baca is out there with Batum. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Beverly in at the point. Emphasizing the importance of a deep bench. A few teams, Doris, across the league are riddled with injuries right now.
And this is where your front office has to find a way to be successful year after year. And players over the course of a season maybe won't play for 5, 6, 7, 8 games, and then an injury opens an opportunity, and you have to have a high level of professionalism at the end of the bench to endure these moments.
So it's the Lakers now. The Clippers getting the bucket.
Well, 6'8" and 200, who knows how many pounds, but the King, one of the most apropos nicknames in sport.
Now here's Beverly. 17 points for him last game against Washington.
And don't forget about the 2 blocks. He really changed the game for his team on the defensive side.
Second chance shot rejected by Gasol.
This guy, the defensive anchor, Marc Gasol, twice on the pipes.
Nobody near Schroeder. Serge Ibaka with the rebound. The Clippers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Puts it up from 12. The Lakers with the rebound. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. And Kawhi Leonard with a very analytical approach, Doris, to the game. Studies angles, movement, trying to groove in on perfect mechanics. I mean, he does it all.
Yeah, Kev, that goes back to his favorite high school subject, which was math. And think about how precisely he has built his game. He started at the free throw line, then went to the low post, and now has added the range game. Very analytic approach. Well, this guy's ability to attack and be aggressive. Patrick Beverly in the painted area.
Here's LeBron. Gasol kicks to Caldwell Pope. George looking around. That 3 off the mark. Lakers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Gets a hand on it. James on the follow. James has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Well, there are certain physical advantages brought to the table by LeBron James, and that's one of them right there.
Out left to the wing. Beverly wide open. Misses the 3.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Here's Schroeder. That one off the back iron and out. The Clippers trail. Lets it fly. And the rejection by James.
Oh, you watch LeBron, not a prolific shot blocker, but when he wants to get it done, he is emphatic.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
1:41 left here in the opening quarter. LeBron with it. It's Ibaka picking him up. Out to Morris. LeBron James on the wing. Clock at 4. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Here's Gasol. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Gasol's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
That 7'1" frame of Marc Gasol, strength, power, you name it, he can absorb contact.
Gasol with the steal. And here's the break. And LeBron throws it down hard.
That is why the ticket price is what it is when LeBron is in town. Amazing dunk to finish the play.
Here's George. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. That one on Caldwell Pope.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Kennard, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverly. James misses. The Clippers have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
This guy is so good at figuring out ways to get fouled. Lou Williams, my goodness, again.
The Clippers shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. Reggie Jackson's checked in for Paul George.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. James, and finished off by LeBron.
That's good.
Guys, that's just superior strength by James. Even when the defense roughs him up, he's more than capable of playing through them. It's amazing.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. .26 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Jackson. Zubac trying to break loose. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Not an easy basket for Jackson. He doesn't shoot a really high percentage, but he does make a lot of tough hoops.
LeBron James on the wing. Kennard covering. Back to James. With 2 seconds left, and James throws it down.
I don't know how it's possible for a player to keep getting better with age, but as LeBron said, he's like fine wine, baby.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers. Recently, we spoke with Patrick Beverly about his throwback.
Old school basketball, you know.
Now, pound for pound, Greg, Beverly may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. They've got Ivica Zubac, Luke Kennard out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Jackson, and it's Williams at point guard.
He is putting you in a bind because Lou Williams' passing ability sets up his scoring in the pick and roll.
James outside. Pass to Caruso. Lakers working the ball around now. It's hauled in by Zubac. And for the Clippers, they're shooting it really well. 54% from the floor. Jackson misses.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Now here's Williams, guarded closely. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Montrezl Harrell, such a sharp defensive player, reads the opponent and sends it back.
James looking around. And the dunk by LeBron.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Williams inside. And the dunk by Zubac.
Over the course of his career, Lou Williams has really improved as a passer. That is nicely done.
LeBron outside. Down low, Harrell. That one, no good. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, so close in that one, but that's of no solace to the players. They played their hearts out.
You know what? Sometimes you play a great game and lose. What you hope happens, though, is it toughens them up a bit mentally, and they figure out how to close it out next time.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And the shot goes down. Kuzma's got the lead up to 4 now for the Lakers.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Poke loose. Inside. And the wide open shot from Morris. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Pass to Horton Tucker. From the arc. Kuzma outside. It's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Morris into the lane. The shot, no good. Good D by James. Here's Harrell. Here's Kuzma. Harrell trying to free himself up. And Kuzma gets it to go on the assist by Harrell.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Out to Morris. 46 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. On the wing, Morris. 5 on the clock. Yep, it counts.
Well, you can tell that Mr. Morris doesn't lack for confidence. This guy is ready to shoot as soon as it touches his hands.
LeBron against Kennard. He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game. And he knocks down the first one. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And the Lakers also making a switch. Schroeder's checked in.
Don't you get the sense that LeBron James is in complete command, not only of himself, but of his teammates? The drive this guy possesses is truly incredible.
Schroeder against George. Down low. That one's good. The Laker lead is cut down to just 4 points with the bucket from Batum.
This guy is such a tough cover in the pick and roll. Paul George threading the needle perfectly. Excellent pass.
And that one's good. Schroeder.
Well, it doesn't get much easier than that. Even a decent shooter is going to make that with no pressure.
Here's Beverly. Off with the layup. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He ended up with 19 points, 7 rebounds, and
second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
So for the Lakers right now, Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Morris is out there with Marc Gasol, and it's Schroeder in at the 1.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching. And I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s. But I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does.
How about Paul George? Puts it on the deck, uses that explosive quickness. This guy is really hard to contain.
And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Schroeder against Beverly.
Boy, a forgettable night for him, but thankfully his teammates have played well overall. Well, trying to find themselves in the second half here. Just 1 for 4 from the field. Can someone in the group get hot? Let's see.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Kawhi Leonard, one of the league's most dominant rebounders, Doris, from the wing position.
Board man gets gets paid. That was his motto from back in high school and college. It's all about hard work and earning your keep, according to Kawhi.
It's Gasol missing.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only one for the first 5.
And it's in there.
Well, Kawhi Leonard's passing skills have developed over the years, and if you give him that much attention, he'll find his teammates.
The pass to Schroeder. Over Beverly. And again, the Lakers no good.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
This is his first free throw of the game.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
How about Kawhi Leonard? How many guys in the history of their career can say, I was an NBA Finals MVP at 22 and then an NBA Finals MVP at 27? Simply incredible.
Williams, he's checked in for the Clippers. And the Lakers also making a switch. James is checked in.
Oh, terrific finish to get this game all knotted up there. He is a force to be reckoned with.
Right side, George. Williams looking over the floor. 4 on the shot clock. Tries it from the top of the key. Ibaka. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Clippers lead by 2.
I have always loved the intensity with which Serge Ibaka plays, especially on the glass. He understands how to use his length.
Out to Morris. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
You simply can't bite on that pump fake from LeBron because he is waiting for you to leave your feet, and he's going to lean in to get to the line.
First free throw is good. So, for the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Batum. And Morris subbed in for Kawhi Leonard.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Passes it to Williams. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Williams has got the lead up to 3 now for the Clippers. The Lakers have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements here.
Now, if you're going to step in front of LeBron James, we're going to question your sanity. Just a freak of nature.
Morris dishes to Ibaka. Gasol with the steal. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Kuzma passes to Horton Tucker. The feed to Harrell. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. And there's the call on Montrezl Harrell. That is his first foul of the game. And again, the Clippers turn it over. Caruso looking for an opening. And again, the Lakers no good. The Clippers have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. George from deep three-point land sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
Well, the three-point shooting of Paul George is an important attribute. Because he can put it on the deck, he's got to balance it with that kind of look right there.
Pass to Caruso. From deep three-point range. And again, no good by the Lakers.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Harrell, that's good.
Well, you see why Harrell shoots such a high percentage. This guy takes great shots that all fall within the structure of the offense.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's George. Here's Ibaka. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got 3 assists in the game. Kuzma outside. And the layup falls. Kuzma's got 6.
And how about that display of athletic ability? Kuzma can contort his body when converting on those difficult shots.
And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first. Three-tenths quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. And so Beverly will bring it up for the Clippers. They lead by 4. Marcus Morris is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Beverly in at the 1 spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers. 6 on the shot clock. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to go on Markieff Morris.
Patrick Beverly is the kind of competitor every team wants. Gets himself a trip to the free throw line.
Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for the Clippers. Leonard comes in for Morris.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
LeBron with it. Leonard picks him up. Caldwell Pope kicks it over to Schroeder. Back to LeBron. Over Beverly. The putback. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Zubac has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Clippers leading by 6. Now Beverly. Morris with the block.
And when Morris is protecting the rim with that kind of effort, what a lift for his group.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Lakers trail by 9. Schroeder, left side. Right side, Gasol. Lakers working the ball around now. Beverly against Schroeder, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Serge Ibaka has checked in for the Clippers. Guys, a chance to add to their lead.
If they get into double digits, that would make it a huge hill to climb.
James wide open. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. James has got 27 points.
LeBron was anticipating that catch and shoot. Nicely done.
Outside, George. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now, 6 for 8 on the night.
And what a half for this offense. If they can stay this hot, a great chance to extend this lead.
It's stolen by Ibaka. George with the ball. A floater, 2 points. That one goes. And now a 10-point Clipper lead.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
James, the pass to Gasol. And the rejection by Ibaka.
Boy, still a dependable shot blocker. That is what got Serge Ibaka playing time at the beginning of his career. Nice.
And here's George for 3. And James pulls it down. James has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. That one falls. LeBron's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And when he takes it inside, the points are going to come, whether like that possession or just getting to the line.
Beverly against Schroeder. Now here's Beverly. Defense right on him. Ibaka right side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's good.
You simply cannot let Serge Ibaka get into a rhythm from that range. His mid-range is as good as it gets.
Leonard against James, and the shot goes in. LeBron's got 31 points.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
I'll tell you, we have seen great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here.
Beverly feeling it out a bit. To the paint. Rebound the Lakers. James has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Schroeder kicks to Caldwell Pope. 1:06 left in the fourth quarter. Here's LeBron. The Lakers get it back in a new 14. Back to Gasol. Kicks it out to Schroeder. Over Leonard. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Schroeder against Ibaka. Outside, George. Here's the three. LeBron grabs the miss.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
I'll tell you, it's never an easy point in the game, knowing whatever you do, you're still coming away with the L.
And in the moment of truth, KCP calling for the ball and delivering a powerful blow.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Outside, Batum, and it's Kentavious Caldwell Pope with the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far. George passes to Beverly. No good on the triple. A pull-up. Can't get it to fall. So the Clippers with the win. It was. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it. Now let's take a look at some of the numbers for Luka Doncic.
And guys, I think the grind of the season is catching up with him a little bit. It comes across in his rebounding numbers. Over the past 5 games, they've taken a tumble. He seems to be wearing down a bit. Maybe tonight, though, he can get his legs back under it.
Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 slot. And for Los Angeles, Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Morris. And it's Schroeder in at the point guard position. And the dunk by James.
That's just crazy athleticism from James. His vertical is through the roof.
And LeBron James still the face of the league as he goes into his mid-30s. The impact he's had on this sport is really immeasurable.
Come on, Jerry. I mean, he's one of the most recognizable athletes in the world. I mean, it's scary to think that LeBron can still turn it on and take over when he needs to. And you know what? Playoff LeBron is a very real thing.
And it's pretty clear that Adam Silver would like to implement, Chris, a mid-season tournament. What do you think would motivate teams for something like that?
Man, it depends, Kevin. It could be money, or it could make the games count extra, or different seeding or position of seeding in the playoffs. These days, I guess it wouldn't hurt to try.
Now, here's Schroeder. Gasol played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Well, I love the decisiveness from Gasol on that play. He rolls right off the screen with purpose.
And so Doncic will bring it up for Dallas. Richardson outside. Back to Porzingis. Gasol with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
The D is no shot at stopping James when he gets that low in that position. He's too big, too strong in the paint. You got to foul him.
And both free throws good for LeBron. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Now Doncic. He's averaging just around 28.5 points a game. So many offensive skills in his toolkit.
Oh, yeah, high IQ basketball from Richardson. Values the easy assist over a risky shot.
Lakers passing it around. Schroeder against Doncic. From the high post. They get the rebound.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Now here's Porzingis. He's coming off a 19-point game against Oklahoma City. Schroeder against Doncic. Pass to Porzingis. Dallas again turning it over. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
And it was one of those games where it was just hard to get anything going. And you could see frustrations emerge.
I mean, it's hard not to get discouraged on such an off night shooting the ball, but somehow they kept the intensity up. I mean, that was a really gutty win.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Johnson, he's checked in for Maxi Kleber. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And James throws it down.
Powerful presence on the court. It's hard to match James' strength inside.
Mavericks trail by 6. Johnson outside. Hardaway against LeBron. The pass to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Really unacceptable letting Porzingis get that kind of positioning. Once he's established, it's over.
And the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. That's his first foul. And the Lakers making a change here. Caruso's checked in. Then for the Mavericks, Powell, he's checked in for Porzingis. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Richardson. Pass to Kuzma. LeBron James on the wing. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
Physical D. When LeBron, the body control, the focus, it really doesn't matter.
And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. 6-point game. Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
Look, he may not be thought of as big for a center, but with his ability to go vertical, he sure plays big.
Stolen by Brunson. Here we go, one-on-one. There's the lob to the hoop, and then Hardaway with the dunk.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. To the wing on the left. Shot clock at 6. In the corner, it's James. No good from outside. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
To the middle. And Hardaway gets it to go.
He's so aggressive at that end of the floor, and that's a quality all great scorers have.
Horton Tucker, the pass to Caruso. James looking it over. And finished off by LeBron.
Man, you gotta love watching James sky for the slam. I mean, demonstrating how high he can get up off the drive.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. And Doncic, here we go.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. James outside. And finished off by LeBron.
I'd like to say I'm blown away, but honestly, with LeBron, a game like this, it's just par for the course.
And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Los Angeles. And earlier we got a few words from Marc Gasol regarding
the way he plays defensively. You know what he's.
And of course, Gasol and Leonard won the championship together in 2019, largely, Greg, because of their ability to play defense and get stops.
And 2 former Defensive Players of the Year on the same team. That's going to be your foundation. But both guys were tremendous at the other end as well, albeit in different ways.
And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast as the second quarter getting going right now. And what stands out to you from the Lakers in this one?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Yeah, they're clawing, they're grinding, doing anything they could to make the most of their possessions.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the floor for Dallas, James Johnson is out there with Powell. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then there's Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward position. Last game for the Lakers, it was a loss to the Kings. Johnson finds Brunson. To the inside, here's Powell. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Powell's got his second bucket of the night.
Nice pass here to set that basket up.
Pass to Caruso. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Stolen by Brunson. Fast break Dallas. Pushing it up. And Johnson with the stuff.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Oh, you're right, and I love the opportunistic approach. These kinds of hustle plays can be game changers.
And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have, staying aggressive and playing under control.
Powell, that's good.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
Up again. It's good on the putback.
The dogged intensity Harrell has is just insane, and he uses all this energy to his advantage, particularly on the glass.
And the Lakers with some changes. Marc Gasol's checked in for Harrell. Markieff Morris comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And James subbed in for Alex Caruso. Then for the Mavericks, Willie Cauley-Stein. He's checked in for Johnson. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And G.A., even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward.
Here's Richardson. After the basket by the Lakers, he dishes it to Hardaway. Kicks it to Powell. Pass to Finney-Smith. Just 5 on the clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. The shot by Powell, no good. LA's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Now the pass to Horton Tucker. And James throws it down.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Now here is Hardaway. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. Inside, no stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. A chance now for a three-point play. That's on LeBron James. The Mavericks shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. The free throw drops for Powell. 1:24 left in the first half. LeBron up top. 16 points for him.
You can't get James the lane to the basket. He's exceptionally quick at attacking on the drive.
Richardson finds Hardaway. Here's Finney-Smith. To the middle. Here's Cauley-Stein. Lays it up off the glass. Cauley-Stein's got 4 points in the quarter.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And stolen by Richardson. And he gets the bucket. Richardson's got the lead up to 5 now for the Mavs.
It was such a smart player, such a smart player. Richardson understands the value of the fast break hoop.
James against Hardaway. Shoots over Powell. And it's James missing. For Dallas, they've gone 8 of 9 in the second quarter. Very nearly perfect from the field. Hardaway kicks to Finney-Smith. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock in game. Richardson attacking. Here's Cauley-Stein. It's good. Now it's a 7-point Maverick lead.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Here's LeBron. Slammed home, and he dropped. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. Their biggest deficit was 6 points in the opening period. It was clear. And that should...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been a clinic out there by James.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Morris is out there with Marc Gasol. And it's Schroeder in at the point guard. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel. Kleba finds Porzingis. Here's Cauley-Stein. Here's Doncic. Drops in the layup for 2. Doncic has got 6.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Here's LeBron, and James throws it down.
He knows now is the time to do what he does best. Go on the attack, get to the bucket, and erase the lead.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told him, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it. And it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
Here's Burke. Gasol with the rebound.
They're having trouble getting going here in the second half. I mean, that's their 4th miss in 5 attempts.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, it said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game, can guard multiple positions, has a skill set, a winning mentality, and those leadership qualities. Steve Nash sounding like a future GM.
Harrell, he's checked in for Marc Gasol. Here's Doncic. Basket good. Doncic has got 4 points this quarter.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Here's Schroeder. Morris looking over the floor. Harrell the pass to Morris. He kicks to Caldwell Pope. The dish now to Harrell. Back to Caldwell Pope. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
And so Doncic will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They lead by 1. Now here's Burke. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Here's Porzingis. And stolen by Harrell. And now the fast break. LeBron with the ball. For the lead. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway. So a 3-point play chance for him.
And they have scraped and clawed to get back into this thing. Just chipping away little by little and finally now taking the lead.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Markieff Morris. And it's Alex Caruso in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Then for the Mavericks, James Johnson's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Trey Burke. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Maxi Kleber. Greg, you were a feared ball hawk in your playing days, and I know you see similar players playing today.
No doubt about that, Kev. You know, Ben Simmons, a player at 6'10" with those hands. He's incredible to watch on that. And how about Fred VanVleet, though? He's a guy, they say he's 6'1". I don't know, but he gets into you and competes, man. And that's the beauty of our game. You know, you can be as big as the trees and have a major impact, or you can be one of those little fellas, as they like to call us, and be equally as effective on the floor.
Like the Chris Pauls, the Patrick Beverleys, there are a lot of those guys that play the ball like you did so well. Yeah, right. Great players. Hardaway passes to Porzingis. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. Hardaway has got 5 assists tonight.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
And the dunk by LeBron.
And look, if you're going to allow him to get to the bucket that easily, this lead's going to go from small to big real quick.
It's Hardaway with the drive. Count that one. Hardaway has got 6. Third quarter here and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
Tipped away and taken away by Johnson. One-on-one fast break. LeBron against Doncic. To the paint and stolen by James. It's Kuzma penetrating. Johnson with the block. Porzingis finds Doncic. Dallas moving the ball around. Johnson, and Johnson with the stuff.
He gives up a lot of size to most other power forwards, but not too many of them can fly like he can.
1:06 left in the third quarter. Hardaway with the steal. Porzingis with the ball. Now guarded by Schroeder. Here's Brunson, and stolen by James. Nice D from Porzingis.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
It's Hardaway with the drive. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
Oh, man, so unselfish. He's doing a great job creating for others and making pinpoint passes.
LeBron James on the win. From 13, Harrell controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Bam! Harrell flying to the hoop, always giving max effort.
Johnson outside. Back to Doncic. And the rejection by James. seconds left. And James throws it down.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? And the game still closely contested as we end the third quarter. Mavericks lead. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
This is how you quarterback an offense. He sees and anticipates what the defense is doing.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. On the court for the Mavericks, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Richardson is out there with Doncic, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. Yep, it goes, and the Dallas lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Harrell.
Guys, not much more a defender can do in that situation. Harrell with the focus and the strength to just power through the contact.
Porzingis, and Gasol sends it back. Richardson against Schroeder. Richardson attacking.
Well, that's just what Richardson can do. Solid scoring from all 3 levels, very consistent in his approach.
The first one falls. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. And Richardson drops them both. Well, coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish. It's been like this all night for both teams, the offenses having their way.
Yeah, but defensively, neither side has been able to adjust, and that's reflected in the score.
And finished off by Gasol.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell-Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
Richardson kicks to Finney-Smith. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Left side, Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Gasol goes in. Horton Tucker, the pass to Schroeder. From the line, kept alive. Harrell on the foul.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And the Lakers making a change here. Kleba finds Richardson, and here's Doncic. LeBron James on the wing. That's it, and the Dallas lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from Caldwell-Pope. Caldwell-Pope's got his first 2 points of the night. Passes to Finney-Smith. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Good work there as it goes. And the Mavericks lead by 3.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Oh, you love how effortless James makes this game look. Everything comes easy to him.
And he knocks down the first one. Tim Hardaway Jr. is checked in for Dallas. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And the free throw shooting has been excellent tonight. And how often do we get to say that?
Porzingis kicks to Hardaway. And the 3 off target. Lakers have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there.
Come on, James has made plenty of these shots during his career. He embraces the pressure.
Feeds it to Doncic. Richardson outside. Back to Doncic. Stolen by Caldwell-Pope. Here's Schroeder. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And it's a 3-point Laker lead.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
The drive by Doncic. Porzingis. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
keep getting it to this man. I mean, once Porzingis catches fire, there is no putting that out.
Schroeder finds Gasol. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder.
And you need a big bucket. Gasol is there, and as dependable as they come.
Kleba, the pass to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And with that unique combination of size and skill, Porzingis is a dependable late-game scoring option.
Here's James. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Porzingis.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
No luck that time either. And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for Dallas. Richardson the pass to Doncic. Good!
Well, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Yeah, he approached that one with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch.
The drive by LeBron. Count!
Oh, you got to love the poise of James, a master at executing in clutch situations.
Here's Dallas. There's 39 seconds left in the fourth.
Wow.
And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. Have to now review the personal foul in question.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
So a close game sees Dallas taking this one. This win such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really can
Yo, I'm the 2KMC, here to tell you about the upcoming events in the neighborhood. This weekend, you'll have 4 chances to participate in boot camp. Limited to my players with a 75 overall or lower, this is the place to get some basic training in. Plus, you can earn some sweet prizes. On Wednesday, I want to see all your best passes at Dime Time, where you'll be working with
The Margaret Hunt Hill Bridge. And the Clippers starting 5. Batum is out there with Ibaka. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. And it's Beverly in at the point guard. And for Dallas, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Richardson is out there with Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward spot. Here's Finney-Smith. Back to Kleba. And there's the pass to Doncic. In the backcourt matchup tonight, Brent, definitely high-powered at the point guard position in particular. Much more scoring expected than in decades past.
Well, I think guys have the green light, Kevin, to fire away at the first available opportunity. The offense isn't taught the same way with orchestrators at the point guard position. Now guys are looking to be overly aggressive with their scoring prowess and to try to make plays sometimes feels secondary.
And Leonard gets it to go.
Very easily could have been an and one there. Leonard takes the contact and still maintains the focus to make the score.
Over to the left wing. Doncic looking it over. The shot off that time, so Los Angeles will take it the other way. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
And guys, there's really a fine line between being aggressive and being out of control, and in that one they crossed the line.
Well, you can do a couple things with turnovers. They committed too many, and then they didn't force enough, so a tough go in that category.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. The shot by George, no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's Finney-Smith. A look at his stats. He averaged... What a jam!
Wow, fans loving that right there.
What a jam!
Nice. Porzingis right through the defense, and a sweet dunk from the big man.
Here's Beverly, an easy 2 points on the layup.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And here we go with Batum heading to the hoop, and the dunk by Batum.
That's where Patrick Beverley's defensive tenacity helps you out, active hands, and he knocks the ball away.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Porzingis kicks to Kleba. Here's Doncic. That one's not going to go. Ibaka with some nice D. And pushing it up Los Angeles. The Clippers again in transition. Leonard finds George.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. 6-point game. Kleba, the pass to Porzingis. Over Ibaka. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis. Porzingis has got his 3rd basket of the night.
They're going to take a little bit more to get Porzingis off of his sweet spot in his offensive game now.
Nobody near George. And it's off from 3-point range. Richardson against George. Pass to Porzingis. Out to Doncic. Clock at 6.
Give him a little credit. Take some guts to keep shooting if you're struggling this bad. It's getting a little bit ugly right now.
Passes it to Finney-Smith. Back to Porzingis. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
Well, he hasn't missed yet, guys, and the defense is scrambling for answers to stop this hot start.
George passes to Ibaka. 55 seconds left to play in the first. And Batum gets it to go on the assist from Ibaka.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Richardson the pass to Porzingis. Knocks down the 10-footer. Porzingis has got 10 points in the game.
5 of 5 to start. I think he's in a zone.
The three from George. Doesn't go for him. Now Dallas takes it the other way. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
And it's just never easy to get stops in this league, but they had a smart game plan defensively, and I felt like that was the difference.
Well, good defensive game plan and then carrying it out for 48 minutes. That really helped them out in that last game.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Powell, he's checked in for Porzingis. Johnson comes in for Maxi Kleber. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. And that one's good, George.
And right now, the torture chamber that Paul George has put the defense in is paying off for his team.
Richardson dishes to Johnson. Back to Richardson. Over George. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Clippers ahead. Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
I couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
We've got Hardaway. Powell is out there with James Johnson. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Richardson in at the 2-guard spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. And the Mavericks making a change here. Burks is checked in. Brunson the pass to Powell. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. That's on Lou Williams.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Now, there's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Morris passes to Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
Yeah, and an excellent pass by Morris, a guy known for his finishing ability, but he also has the skills to facilitate.
The feed to Powell. Shoots over Zubac. The shot by Powell, no good. Los Angeles leading by 4. Jackson finds Morris. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Morris has got his first basket.
And you see the body control. Morris taking the hit there, but still able to complete the play.
Runs in the pass to Powell. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
Brunson with it. Guarded now by Morris. Dallas moving the ball around. Knocked loose, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac. There's a break in the action, so a rundown now. The most reliable power forwards and centers over the past month when it comes to shooting the basketball. Ivica Zubac, 4th.
And most of the guys on that list have that unique combination of power and finesse. I mean, a very physical presence with an equally soft touch.
Well, you can pretty much count it when they get the ball down low like that. You got to give them credit for working hard to get themselves open. Their percentages certainly wouldn't be as high as they are if they couldn't knock down those open 15-footers. He seems to be in the right place at the right time more often than anybody that's on the court here tonight. We see that pay off.
Williams kicks to Morris. Shoots over Brunson. Morris, no good. Mavericks trail by 6. Powell finds Burke. Morris against Johnson. Powell, that's good. You know, at this point of the year, what's the main thing Brent, a head coach, has to do to keep his team focused for the second half of the season?
I think at this point, the foundation that you've laid should be there. So now what you try to do is schematically, maybe you go through some different defensive coverages. You try some different combinations of players to make sure that guys can make that adaptability quick enough that if that becomes part of a playoff scheme, you're ready for it.
Burke with it. Williams picks him up. Brunson against Jackson. Now here's Burke. He's covered closely. Powell, the pass to Burke. And he lays it straight in.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They lead by 4. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Burke, the pass to Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Jackson looking around. It's deflected, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Johnson. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Richardson, he's checked in for Trey Burke. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Doncic finds Richardson. And Cauley-Stein has it in the corner. Here's Finney-Smith. He's covered by Leonard. Here's Powell. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Outside Leonard. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
The deep three from George. The long distance three is buried. George has got 10 points.
Well, Paul George just felt out the defense there, and because they weren't close, he could just pull up.
The three for Doncic. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome back from the first half. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. The largest lead they had was 6 in the opening quarter. And that'll do.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. We've seen Dwight Powell really having a great game.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Oh, man, pouring it on right now, and why wouldn't you?
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. They've got Paul George. Batuma's out there with Ibaka. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Beverly in at the point guard position.
Has the vertical needed to dunk it. Doncic showing off the power and flair that he possesses.
Shot from 6, and Beverly finishes it off. Beverly's got his second basket of the game. Mavericks trail by 4. Doncic outside. Down low for Zingis. The Clippers grab the miss. Ibaka's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. George with the ball. And it's Richardson picking him up. It's deflected.
Hard-nosed defender, and Josh Richardson using a little bit of that length from the wing position to deny that one.
Powell, the pass to Doncic. Here's Porzingis. No luck. They battled on the glass, but couldn't knock it down.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
George with the bucket.
Well, you can depend on Paul George to shoulder some of this offensive load. There are times where this team can turn over the reins to him, and he capitalizes that time.
Doncic outside to the paint. Porzingis can't hit.
Team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
Outside for Batum, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Dallas. A big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Kennard, he's checked in for George. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverly. Moving it up. They get a hand on it. Doncic with the steal. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Porzingis out there and hustling in transition to get the nice finish.
Williams against Doncic. Just under 2.5 minutes into the 3rd quarter now. And the shot goes in.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
And Doncic, here we go.
Creative at finding ways to just cut inside there. Doncic, a guy you must keep your eyes on.
Williams passes to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Doncic, and the bucket is good. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Doncic dishes to Cauley Stein. Bucket is good.
Cauley Stein shooting with confidence that close around the rim.
Clippers leading by 3. And Leonard has it in the corner. Just over 3.5 minutes through the 3rd quarter of play now.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. The drive by Doncic. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Doncic has got 9 points now in the quarter.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Jackson kicks to Zubac. Back to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
And the dunk by Doncic.
And guys, the intelligence is evident. When the pick comes, Doncic often makes the right read.
Here's Jackson. Zubac trying to break loose. And Jackson gets it to go. Jackson's got 6.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Pass to Finney-Smith. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for Doncic. And then for the Clippers, Serge Ibaka has checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And Paul George is subbed in for Jackson. And here's George for three. It's rebounded by Brunson. Out to Hardaway. Johnson, the pass to Cauley-Stein. The fadeaway. It's not going to go for him. And a great show through three quarters as we enter the fourth. Who will carry the day? The Clippers on top. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Jalen Brunson out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein. And there's Porzingis. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
Well, the closer Porzingis gets to the basket, the more aggressive he becomes. And for good reason. He's going to get fouled.
Dallas making a switch here. Richardson's checked in. And both free throws good for Porzingis.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Over in the corner, Zubac. Back to Beverly. Zubac trying to break loose. And it's Beverly missing. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for Dallas. They trail by 3. They host the Spurs after this one. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
And those second chance points can add up. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. George, no good. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, shot A comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operation.
Brunson kicks to Richardson. Right side, Porzingis. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And the foul called on Porzingis. That is his first foul of the game. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for the Clippers. Here's Beverly, and he makes good on the layup. And the Clippers lead by 3.
Yeah, kind of tough on the defense when you let Beverly beat you on the inside. That can get his confidence going from the outside. So damage from the paint that time.
Finney-Smith.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
First one falls for him. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. George with the ball. Feeds to Batum. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound. Dallas shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. Brunson the pass to Finney-Smith. He's looking for Richardson and finds him. Here's Brunson. Batum with the steal. Leonard inside. Kleber on him. And it's Leonard missing. The Mavericks trailing. Here's Richardson. And a slam dunk by Richardson.
I like to see Richardson up there and finishing strong.
Brunson against Beverly. Takes it out to Leonard. Ibaka outside. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Beverly. Porzingis with the block. He's all alone. And here they go. Batum with the steal. Now here's Beverly. He's guarded closely. Banked in off the glass.
Beverly excellent at getting a bucket when the team needs it. Stepping up that time.
The Mavericks have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. To the left wing. To the inside. Here's Finney-Smith. Rebound by the Clippers. Ibaka's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Leonard attacking. Oh, that's blocked. And he gets it back. He dishes it to Batum. Goes back up. It's rebounded by Dallas. 1:31 left in the fourth quarter. Richardson the pass to Brunson. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. And the Mavericks lead by 1.
I like seeing Josh Richardson distribute the ball, especially when his teammates are wide open. That makes for an easy pass.
Leonard looking over the floor. Back to George. No good on the 3. Mavericks have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Porzingis finds Kleber. Back to Porzingis. Paul George grabs the miss. The Clippers shooting has just been outstanding tonight. 56% as a team in this game. And no good on the shot. Trying to follow through after the contact, but he'll shoot 2 at the line instead.
That aggressive mindset of his, Leonard putting it on the floor and drawing contact.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Kristaps Porzingis.
And his shooting percentage reflects just how efficient he's been. It's better than 50%, always a sign of a solid offensive performance. But his movement and his shot selection have also both been tremendous.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Rick Carlisle's huddle. He really got after him in the huddle. He said, look, you can rest after the game. You got to put it all out there if you want to win this one. Back to you guys.
Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Dallas. Money!
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Richardson kicks to Kleber. Hardaway passes to Doncic. Shot clock at 5. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Off target from downtown. Here's George. Offline. So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close one. David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
This weekend is the All-Star Game, which means we have some All-Star trivia for you in this week's 2K TV Interactive, brought to you by Kia.
Welcome, everyone, to Noche and now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Paul George.
And guys, his effective field goal percentage is trending in the wrong direction over the past 5 games. Shot discipline hasn't been the best. He'll be looking to play a smarter game tonight.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. We've got Patrick Beverly. Batum is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Paul George, and it's Leonard in at small forward. And for the Lakers, Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Morris, and it's Schroeder in at the point. And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. James dishes to Gasol. Back to LeBron. 5 to shoot. No good. Shot missing. Great D that time from Leonard. Here's George, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
I think George is clearly one of the most difficult covers in the league. When he's taking it strong to the basket, the defense sometimes has no choice but to foul it.
And both free throws good for Paul George. Do you remember, Greg, if you watched the standings very much when you played?
You know, we were always aware of it, and a lot of that had to do with the goals. I remember early in my career playing for the Knicks, you know, we were trying to win championships, and we talked a lot about home court and having that come postseason time. So you were absolutely aware of where you were because of the goals you've set, but I think that also changes depending on who you are as a team. If you're a championship caliber team that's won it, and maybe you're in the midst of a dynasty run, it may not matter as much because you know how good you are and you can win no matter where the venue.
Here's George following the bucket by the Lakers. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. LeBron against Leonard. LeBron passes to Gasol. And the wide open shot from Morris. A 3-pointer, no good. The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Leonard, and the rejection by LeBron.
LeBron, one of those players who gets fired up by defense as much as offense, and that block is going to put a major bounce in his step.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
You know, and not leaving anything to chance either. That's why he takes it right to the bucket.
Leonard, and then Leonard with the dunk.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
James, the pass to Gasol. Back to LeBron. And James throws it down.
Gasol is one of the best passers in the league. I mean, in his position, there aren't many better. Excellent at scanning the floor and finding the open man.
Here's... Oh, that was terrific!
My goodness!
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game.
And, guys, it's going to be a long time before we see another one just like that.
A nice shot by Gasol.
Like the sun rising every day, you can count on LeBron to have his head up scanning the floor and finding the open man.
And the pass to Leonard.
Now, there's an example of good defense beating good offense.
Here's LeBron. It's good. This game is all even. James has got 8 points.
Well, you got to do more than that to stop LeBron. I mean, he's strong, and when he gets up ahead of steam, he's a freight train.
Beverly finds Batum. Now, here is Ibaka. It's good.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now, here's LeBron. 8 points for...
Mercy, mercy me. It never gets old seeing LeBron throw it down, especially when he decides to do it with a little flavor.
Batum against Morris. And Batum kicks to Ibaka.
you're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Here's James, and he finishes the break with a lay-in. 12 points for him.
Somebody came to play tonight. 6 out of his first 7.
From deep, George. The Lakers with the rebound. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
Yeah, and that's really inexcusable. I mean, there's just no way that you can justify that. When you don't put the work in on defense, you're going to end up on the losing end.
And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
You know, that's where the high release point of Batum worked to his advantage, allowed him to get that shot off.
So both teams changing it up here. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And Caruso's got the ball here for the Lakers. It's a 3-point game. Here's Caldwell Pope. Count it.
I think it's important that Caldwell Pope makes these shots, showing real toughness, converting through contact.
Williams up on top. Here's Zubac. And so lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. Clippers lead by 1. We welcome you back to Noche Latina. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports and always exciting. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers, guys.
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
They've got Kyle Kuzma. He's out there with Montrezl Harrell. And it's Caldwell Pope in at the shooting guard position. That's the Laker 5. Here's Horton Tucker. It's hauled in by Zubac. The Clippers in the lead. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. Jackson passes to Kennard. Zubac with it. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Wizards in Washington.
And he also controlled the backboard as well. I mean, he really did a terrific job.
The Lakers shooting it as well as you're going to see, 67%. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And the Lakers making a change here. James is checked in. Clippers leading by 3. Outside Williams. Pass to Zubac. Over Harrell. Zubac no good. James looking around. And the dunk by James.
You cannot give James these types of opportunities. That guy is relentless.
When Kuzma first entered the league, the Lakers were a rebuilding team. Now, Greg, he's one of the more experienced pieces on this team.
And Kuzma's made the most of it, switching to a learning role. Tries to absorb as much as he can from the vets, and he does everything he can to pick their brain and improve on those little things in terms of championship caliber basketball.
Another one of those special nights for LeBron. I mean, you know, if he sticks around till he's an older fella, that all-time scoring career mark, wow, might be in jeopardy.
17-foot shot on the way. No good from Zubac. The Lakers trail. Here's Kuzma. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And you know, whatever punishment or contact comes his way, Kuzma is, when he's driving, he's determined to score.
Here's Jackson. Plays it up and banks it in. Jackson's got his first points in this one.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
James in the post. Jackson on him. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Markieff Morris is checked in for the Lakers. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Alex Caruso. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka is checked in for Zubac. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Luke Kennard. Paul George, he's checked in for Reggie Jackson. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Lou Williams. The Clippers have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Guys, that says a lot about the poise of this team. I mean, they've been so calm, cool, and consistent at the stripe this year. I mean, that's impressive.
Here's Beverly, and the rejection by Harrell. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Ibaka. Marc Gasol is checked in for the Lakers. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Batum's checked in. James outside. That shot misses. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, they made some spectacular plays in it right to the very end. Just couldn't get over the hump.
Yeah, you know, they didn't have their best stuff, but they were still getting after it, so you got to really appreciate the effort and hustle.
Here's James. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. Clippers leading by 3. That's good for George on the assist by Beverly. George has got his second basket of the night.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
James. Lakers passing it around. There's a minute left in the first half of basketball. To stop the run. And that one goes long.
Well, that's a good player missing from point-blank range. That's one you got to convert.
And George with this stuff.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
And it's Schroeder missing.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
For the 3. They grab their own miss. And that one's good. Beverly. And now a 9-point Clipper lead.
Tremendous focus from the little man, Patrick Beverly there.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Well, I admire the fact he's trying to power through this rough stretch, but on occasion, you'll have periods like this.
The 3 from George. Drills it from outside. George has got the lead up to 12 now for the Clippers.
And, you know, that's one of George's go-to shots. He's a three-point shooter who spaces the floor well.
And James throws it down.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They ended the period holding on to it. And
we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. What can you say? LeBron James, what an impressive effort today.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
So for the Clippers right now, they've got Paul George. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. Then it's Ibaka, and it's Beverly in at the point.
Hard to play better defense than that, guys. I mean, but right there, James simply overpowered it.
And George kicks to Leonard. Batum, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Clippers lead by 10.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
And Leonard gets it to go.
Love the unselfishness of Beverly. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
Here's Schroeder. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Way to work the glass, buffet style. Second chance bucket. They can make a big difference.
Caldwell Pope against George. Lets it go from deep. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
James, and LeBron throws it down.
And LeBron is a force rolling to the rim. When he's diving inside, he's looking for the punch.
On the wing, George. This is Ibaka. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got 4 assists now tonight. Lakers trail by 12. LeBron outside. And finished off by LeBron.
LeBron James knows the meaning of the word layup, but he's much more interested in throwing it down when he can.
Got a piece of it. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Clippers from past the arc. Batum dishes to Ibaka. Shot clock at 6. George way outside. An absolute bomb from three-point range. A lot of great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do you think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question. And believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, and I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that right now.
No, we don't do that part.
Here's James. Makes it off the glass. James has got 10 points here in the second half.
Boy, he's doing everything he can at this point. The rest of his teammates need to step up and give him some help.
Outside Leonard. To the middle. There's a minute left to play in the third. Here's James. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Throws it up high, and the dunk by Batum.
And it's good to see George concentrate on getting the ball to the open man. Excellent floor awareness.
LeBron against Leonard. Gasol controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
George with no one around. Off target from outside. Lakers trail by 11. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on George.
When LeBron has it inside like that, I mean, it's almost impossible to stop him. Worst case scenario, he's going to get himself to the foul line.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line. He hits the second from the line. Clippers leading by 10. Williams scanning the floor. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Man, he's excellent off that pick and roll. A dynamic scorer. Defensively, you've got to play Williams to score the ball in that situation.
And right as the buzzer sounded, he just dumped it right down. Wow! And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers going into the break with a 10-point lead. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. 4th quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. So the Lakers 5 right now. LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Then there's Harrell, and it's Caruso in at the point guard. Passes it to Zubac. Here's Caruso. He's guarded by Williams. Harrell gets it down to single digits.
And improving as a shot maker every year. Harrell has to be accounted for defensively.
Jackson down low. And contact on the shot. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
During that break, Frank Vogel had some real words for his team. He got on his guys about allowing too many paint points. He said, hey, we've got to be scrappier. We've got to be quicker to help, quicker to collapse the lane. You guys know what to do. Now you got to give me the effort. I want to see some nasty. Kevin?
For three, Williams, and again it's the Clippers missing. Here's LeBron, and James throws it down.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
And stolen by Harrell. James in the post, covered by Morris. That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 6, and the basket from LeBron. Outside Williams. Six on the shot clock, and the Clippers call time here.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Just 5 to shoot. With the fadeaway. Batum trying to break loose. It's good on the putback. And the Clippers lead by 8.
Yeah, you can't forget about the long arms of Batum. I mean, I want to see him be more active on the offensive glass because he's capable.
Out to Kuzma. Pass to Caruso. Lakers working the ball around now. Good work defensively by Ibaka.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
The pass to Batum. Oh, Leonard in position.
And when you leave a man open, Batum finds it. Great feel for the game.
And so James will bring it up for the Lakers, trailing by 10. And LeBron throws it down.
An extremely efficient and productive game for him. But again, he's not going to be able to do it all by himself.
Outside, George. Shot from the top of the key. Rebounded by the Lakers. LeBron's got 4 rebounds now tonight. On up the court. And Harrell slams it in.
Setting the table for his teammates, James. Enjoys sharing and passing the ball and getting others involved, I think, more than any other aspect of his game.
George looking around. We've got 1:18 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And Leonard has it in the corner. Clock at 4. Over Harrell. And Leonard gets it to go. Leonard's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, and from mid-range, Leonard's jump shot is money. It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble or catch and shoot. He never loses his touch.
George with the ball. Now guarded by Harrell. Harrell against George. Pass to Leonard. Lobs it up for Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback? Diminished.
Inside. And it's Harrell missing.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Passes it to Beverly. 17 seconds left in the fourth. Pulls from the top of the key. And Batum kicks to Leonard. So the Clippers winning this one easily. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and
All-Star Game was hosted by Atlanta.
Was it the year 2000, 2001, 2002, or 2003? It has been a minute.
Definitely. I don't even remember those years. Do you remember those years?
Oh yeah, those All-Star Games were.
And the starting lineups have concluded. So, Jim. Hello and thanks for joining us. Anoche. Taking a look here at some of the numbers for Luka Doncic.
His assist numbers in the past 5 games have gone in the wrong direction. He's been out of sync with his teammates, sort of playing on an island instead of as part of a 5-man unit.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Morris is out there with Marc Gasol, and it's Schroeder in at the 1. And for the Mavericks, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Richardson is out there with Doncic, and it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward position. And midway through the season, some players going above and beyond. And Steve, is that contract year boost a myth or is it a real thing?
Hey, Kevin, it is a real thing. You see guys more focused. You see guys that's usually not on time. On that contract year, you see guys on their best behavior, and you see some of their best play on the court overall.
And the Mavericks with possession here. After Markieff Morris's miss, Kleba kicks to Doncic. Morris with the rebound. For Los Angeles, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. And James throws it down.
You know, it's amazing to watch up close. LeBron, he's just a next-level athlete.
Doncic against Schroeder. Porzingis, he gets it in there.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Now, here's Caldwell Pope. He's coming off a 10-point game against Sacramento. Schroeder against Doncic.
Trying to take advantage of soft defense. He might have gotten over-eager.
Outside, Porzingis. Schroeder against Doncic. Morris with the block. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. 5 on the clock. The drive by Doncic. Porzingis on the foul. For Los Angeles, they've gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. James looking around. And LeBron throws it down.
They're at their best when LeBron pushes. His aggressiveness raises the level of this team.
Steve, one thing I always think of when I watch LeBron, how much fun it must be to be a teammate of his.
You know, Kevin, I wish I could have played with a guy like LeBron James. You get so many open looks and easy finishes with him on the court. One of the easiest superstars to play with, bar none.
Johnson, he's checked in for Dallas. Hardaway comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And then for Los Angeles, Montrezl Harrell comes in for Marc Gasol. And Kyle Kuzma is subbed in for Morris. Doncic dishes to Richardson. Kicks to Hardaway. Pass to Doncic. And foul on the and folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's Brunson after the basket by Los Angeles. And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
The Lakers making a switch here. James is checked in.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
And that's a foul called on Dwight Powell. That's his first foul. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And it's LeBron missing.
I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did.
Here's Johnson. Cans it from short range.
Nice presence inside. Johnson with a variety of moves and extremely good footwork makes him a difficult matchup.
Now here's James. He has 6. Here's the break. Here's Brunson. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. 1:04 left in the first quarter. Here's James. And the dunk by LeBron.
Not much anyone can do to stop that. LeBron flexing at the rack.
Johnson, the pass to Doncic. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Johnson dishes to Powell. And the layup is good.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Now here's James. 8 points for him. Johnson outside. Here's Hardaway. There's the pass to Brunson. Back to Hardaway. The rebound by the Lakers. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
Not a close contest either. The last time they got together, everyone in the rotation played solid, and the bench was the difference.
Great scoring output from that second unit. Such a luxury to have that extra ammunition.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. It's Dallas leading by 3. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. A little bit earlier, we had a chance to...
You know, for me, it's super cool.
Well, Kuz McGregor has certainly learned a lot, proficient at the offensive end, and adding more to his game every day.
Yeah, I mean, he's been focused on improving the defense and rebounding, and much of that is due to the players he's been surrounded by.
And buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
And you know this, most of the time, offensive rebounds generate high percentage looks.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor for Dallas,
Timeout.
Powell is out there with Johnson. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3, the small forward. And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
Yeah, and in that game, you see how they built out this roster, acquiring role players who can step up when needed.
And a strong bench gives you the flexibility to bring someone in and exploit a certain matchup.
Some changes here for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Powell. Willie Cauley-Stein comes in for Johnson. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Now, here's Doncic. He's averaging just around 28.5 points a game. So many offensive skills in his toolkit. Here's Marjanovic. Out to Hardaway. Now the feed to Cauley-Stein. Yep, that one goes in there. Cauley-Stein's got his first 2 points. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. James in the post. Guarded by Hardaway. And James throws it down.
crazy to think about how many seasons LeBron's played and how many nights we've seen him do this.
Pass to Cauley Stein. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And Harrell slams it in.
He could have tried to force a shot there. Instead, LeBron keeps his eyes up, finds an open teammate.
You know, Steve, one thing you admire about LeBron, how he shapes a possession for his team. He'll create situations where he gets a mismatch or helps his teammate find one.
You know, Kevin, LeBron will use his high screens to just kind of shuffle defenders, make them think. Once he sees an opportunity, he'll pounce all over it. You can see him do this the most at the end of close games.
And the dunk by James.
Can't do anything about it. LeBron gets a step. Next thing you know, he's hanging off the rim.
Here's Doncic. That shot missing. Great D that time from Harrell. Lakers have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Here's LeBron. Good for his 9th make in just 12 shots. That's an even 75% shooting.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Doncic outside. Count that bucket.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a strong grasp here of the mid-range.
LeBron against Hardaway. And again, it's LeBron James. James has got the lead up to 3 now for Los Angeles. Doncic passes to Cauley Stein. Marjanovic down low. He's up against Gasol. The drive by Doncic. Another shot. Feeds it to Cauley Stein. Over Gasol. The shot by Cauley Stein. No good.
I like it. That's a great battle at the rim. He just couldn't finish.
The dunk and here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on. Really like that work there in the paint. He has really established a low post presence.
Doncic kicks to Porzingis. Back to Doncic. Outside, Porzingis. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists now in this one.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Now, here is Morris. LeBron passes to Morris. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And the dunk by LeBron.
And Schroeder entrusted to run this offense, making the right call.
Over to the left wing. Porzingis kicks to Doncic. Pass to Finney-Smith. And he banks in the layup.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Caruso, the pass to Caldwell Pope. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Caruso. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. Porzingis has got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Doncic. Gets it off. And the last shot before the buzzer is off.
And some people have talked about KCP, how he's an all-defensive team candidate, getting a taste of it.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He ended up with 26 points. And
we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been a clinic out there by James.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Markieff Morris. And it's Schroeder in at the point guard. Goes back up, and he sinks the layup. And the Lakers lead by 5. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalries. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
That's a beautiful move by Josh Richardson. And the defense, you got to be better than this. Can't allow a blow-by.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. They lead by 1. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
Marc Gasol does so many things. One of my favorite attributes, toughness and grit he brings to this team.
Brunson, good.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Lakers have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Schroeder passes to Gasol. Out to Kuzma. Now the pass to Morris. Kuzma outside. 6 to shoot. Mavericks with the rebound. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Hardaway passes to Kleba. And Kleba slams it in.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Really makes the basics look pretty exceptional. Out left to the wing. Hardaway against Kuzma. There's the dish to Gasol. Back to Kuzma. Over Hardaway. And Gasol with the dunk.
And it does not take much for Gasol to throw it down. Just feed the big man inside, and he's good to go.
Porzingis inside, defended by Gasol. Porzingis can't hit. The Lakers in the lead. And the former Utah Ute, Kyle Kuzma, can play either forward spot. Has a good blend, Smitty, of size and speed.
Yes, Kevin, but right now I prefer him at the 4. The reason why, he can stretch the floor, but he can tack a lot of those big forwards. And his shooting, it will get consistent as the years go on.
Kleba, the pass to Porzingis, over Gasol. Back to Kleba. Passes to Porzingis. A second chance effort, and it's good on the way in. Porzingis has got 10 points in the game.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Schroeder up top. Brunson covering.
How about the determination? Now that's what we call competing for a rebound.
Richardson finds Hardaway. Back to Richardson. Pass to Hardaway. Now here's Porzingis. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. A different look for Dallas. Dwight Powell's checked in for Porzingis. And it's Johnson in for Maxi Kleba. And the Lakers making a change here. There's 57 seconds left here in the third quarter. Mavericks have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Horton Tucker. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Harrell kicks to Caruso. Looking for Gasol. He gets it there. And that one is good.
Terrific play call, and that's where you want to see Marc Gasol. He can use his combination of skill and size.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Poke loose. Kuzma against Hardaway. Here's Harrell. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
The crazy intensity of Montrezl Harrell, using it to perfection in order to get calls.
And both free throws good for Harrell. Powell in the high post. Back to Brunson. To the paint. It's stolen by Schroeder. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. Lakers lead by 1. And we'll be back with you right after this. Rick Carlisle had some more.
Look, you can score, but we're getting seduced.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. They've got Dwight Powell, Luka Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. Then it's James Johnson, and it's Finney Smith in at the 3 slot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
They continue to battle out there, so close to taking the lead.
The direction this game is headed is going to come down to a couple key buckets by either team.
Schroeder passes to LeBron. Harrell kicks it over to Schroeder. On the clock. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Lakers lead by 1.
He has great instincts on both ends of the floor. This time, Gasol right at the rim.
And Doncic, here we go. Good D by LeBron.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one.
And so Doncic will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They host the Spurs after this one. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. Johnson right side. Schroeder against Doncic. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
James in the post. Richardson cover.
With that size and that speed, it's hard not to foul LeBron. That's the only way to slow him down.
He's off on the first. Mavericks making a switch here. Cauley Stein's checked in. And the Lakers also making a change. Morris is checked in for Marc Gasol.
He wanted to get his team the lead, and even though he didn't, he should feel good. At least he tied it up.
Richardson finds Cauley Stein. Doncic passes to Richardson. Now here's Cauley Stein. He's defended by Harrell. The shot. Pass to Powell. Dallas moving it around. Richardson dishes to Cauley Stein. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
Caldwell Pope on the wing. To the inside. Here's Harrell outside for Caldwell Pope. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
That's just being out of sync and at the worst time, costly.
Porzingis, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Trey Burke comes in for Richardson. Outside, Porzingis. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. And the pass to Finney Smith. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to go on Markieff Morris. And the first one at the line is good. Good on both. Lakers trail by 4. James outside to the middle. It's picked off. And here we go. Fast break. Burke's got it. It's tipped. And that one drops.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Here's LeBron, and the rejection by Cauley Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley Stein, a presence defensively. Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And both free throws good for Harrell.
Tremendous job at the line as usual. You can always bank on him in those situations.
Passes it to Porzingis. Doncic outside. He feeds it to Cauley Stein. It's stolen by Morris. It's Caldwell Pope with the drive. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame. Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Morris finds James. And the dunk by James.
One of the league's great competitors. The second LeBron catches the ball, you can see he's looking to rise to the occasion.
Up top, Doncic. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Pass to Finney-Smith. Shot clock at 6. The wide open look here for Porzingis. Offensive rebound. Pass to Finney-Smith. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. It's good from long range. And the Mavericks lead by 7.
It's clear that Doncic has the touch from three-point land. Now he just needs the consistency.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
A different look for Dallas. Maxi Kleber comes in for Willie Cauley-Stein, and it's Richardson in for Burke.
No way he is happy with himself right now. He knows he has to knock every shot down at this point in the game.
Kleber, the pass to Richardson. He kicks it to Doncic. And there's the pass to Finney-Smith. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way.
Harrell on the follow.
A terrific offensive rebounder. Harrell's energy is what helps him collect second chance opportunities.
Back to Richardson. This is it to Kleber. Doncic against Caldwell Pope. Doncic outside. Back to Kleber. Dishes it to Doncic. Fires for 3. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. They didn't make it easy on them. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
Next up, which team has 2 starters selected to the 2021 NBA All-Star Game?
Is it the Nets, the 76ers, the Celtics, or the Bucks?
So many All-Stars, but which team has 2 this year? That's the key. This year. You know that answer, you get some VC.
Yeah, this is an easy one. We love these players too. They've been on 2K TV before.
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparation. And here we can check out the story for Paul George.
And guys, his effective field goal percentage is trending in the wrong direction over the past 5 games. Shot discipline hasn't been the best. He'll be looking to play a smarter game tonight.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Richardson is out there with Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward position. And for the Clippers, Ibaka is out there with Batum. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at shooting guard. And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. Kleba, the pass to Porzingis. Yep, that one goes. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. Kicks it out to Richardson. Doncic outside. And it goes down 2 points.
Boy, what body control from the Slovenian forward. Doncic comfortable taking on all challengers.
And Maxi Kleba is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Dallas on defense. The 3 from George. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound. Looking at Los Angeles, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Wizards in Washington. Batum against Kleba. Out to Doncic. The pass to Finney-Smith. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Porzingis. He can't get it to go. And the Clippers will come the other way.
And what a unique career Serge Ibaka has had. Some incredible totals for him over the course of his career.
That's right, Greg. I mean, I think people would be shocked to know Serge Ibaka was the first player ever to make 500 threes and have 1,500 blocks. Hard to imagine nobody had ever accomplished that feat. Give credit to Ibaka. He changed his offense and added the 3-ball. Great contest by the defender, but that's a dunk you've got to put down in his face.
Stolen. Oh, and here comes Porzingis all alone. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Boy, what you really like about Porzingis going end-to-end, he does it under control, right? This guy is 7 feet and masterful in space.
Now, here is George. A dependable source of points for his team, averages just under 24 points a game. Porzingis with the steal. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Richardson's running. Finney-Smith passes to Porzingis. And he goes right over Serge Ibaka and slams it down.
Don't tell me I'm just a finesse big man. KP with the highlight reel material.
Trying to end the drought. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Boy, Patrick Beverley, what a pleasure this guy is to watch. The level of competitiveness, the commitment to the defensive end. Man, he can raise the team.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Leonard. And it's Williams in for Paul George. Beverly against Hardaway. And it's Beverly missing. Dallas leading by 6. Down low. Brunson the pass to Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Adding to their advantage, trying to find a way to blow this one open.
One of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
Now, here's Kennard. 14 points from him the last game against the Wizards in Washington. Williams passes to Zubac. Mavericks with the rebound.
Cannot believe he missed that one. Ooh, I'm sure he can't either.
Zubac against Powell. Stolen by Beverly. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Williams leading the charge.
Well, this guy has such a knack for keeping defenders off balance. Lou Williams to the free throw line again.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And with an 86% free throw average, you can count on him to come through on most trips.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Jackson's checked in. The Mavericks also with a sub. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Now, here's Doncic. He's averaging just around 28.5 points a game. So many offensive skills in his toolkit. Clippers trail by 6. Williams scanning the floor. Pass to Zubac. No good on that one. Cauley-Stein with the defensive effort. Doncic passes to Hardaway. Here's Cauley-Stein, and Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Cauley-Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
Here's Zubac. The basket is good off the assist from Williams.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
And so the first quarter is in the books. The Mavericks on top. They're up by 6. And back with the start of the second quarter. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And guys, what's your take on the Mavericks so far?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Setting the floor for the Clippers. They've got Morris. Williams is out there with Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Kennard in at the 3. Brunson finds Cauley-Stein. And the layup's good off the glass.
Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup. Nicely done.
Williams against Brunson. Kennard on the wing. Williams against Brunson. Williams passes to Zubac. Misses from close range. Dallas leading by 6. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Hardaway kicks to Johnson. To the inside. And it's Cauley-Stein. That time on the assist by Johnson. Cauley-Stein's got 4 points this quarter.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Morris into the lane. And the rejection by Cauley-Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley-Stein, a presence defensively.
And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
And that's rocking the rim. Give him the 2 points and tack on some for style.
Oh, he deserves them. He deserves all the points he can get there. Sensational. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Yeah, see, Marcus Morris has the physicality and the frame to be able to be a force on the offensive glass. That's nicely done.
Stolen by Jackson. Williams attacking. Rebounded by Hardaway.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect. Greg, if you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this era at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything, allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
6 on the shot clock. Here's Richardson. Out to Doncic. Over Beverly. And it's Doncic missing. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. And here's Beverly. 17 points for him last game against Washington.
And guys, he was also huge on defense, turning away 2 shots and altering countless more.
And it's Paul George with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. Porzingis, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Richardson with it. George picks him up. Here's Powell, and it's blocked, and he keeps control of the ball. Here's Leonard. Porzingis with the block.
You know, when you drive the lane, you have to know where Porzingis is, because with his reach, he can sneak up and send that shot away anytime.
And that's a terrific sequence at both ends there. There was the block shot, then the run out, and nice finish on the break.
And it's George finishing it off.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Up top, Doncic. Defended by Beverly. Here's Porzingis. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Dallas making a switch here. Kleba's checked in.
And last year, Dallas gave Porzingis the contract he was looking for to the tune of $158 million.
And Greg, credit the Dallas organization for believing in Kristaps Porzingis' talent. And now credit Porzingis, because you have to share shot attempts and usage with Luka Doncic. What has he done? He's concentrated on better rebounding, better rim protecting. This guy is all in on winning, and what a combination these 2 guys can be.
George looking over the floor. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for Dallas. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. Richardson, no luck. Now the Clippers moving it up. Leonard's got the ball. Banked in off the glass.
This is a small forward who, because he's 230 pounds, can hold his own down in the low post. That is nicely done.
Up in time. No good. And so it's the Dallas. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. It was all about Dallas as the game got going. And Kenny, along with the incredible production of Luka. And that'll about do it.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. It's been one outstanding game from Willie Cauley-Stein.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
It felt like his work on the interior really gave this offense a boost. Let's see if he can dominate the rest of the way.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Richardson is out there with Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 slot. Richardson gets a wide open look. And it's off from 3-point range. Here's George. It's tipped. Here's Porzingis with a fast break chance. Here's Richardson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on George. The Mavericks have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game. And Richardson drops them both.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
Beverly against Porzingis. And that one, good.
Well, this guy's ability to attack and be aggressive. Patrick Beverly in the painted area.
Mavericks leading by 9. Richardson outside. Pass to Porzingis. Rebound by the Clippers. Ibaka's got 5 rebounds tonight. George with the ball. And it's Richardson picking him up.
Well, Paul George routinely making these difficult shots look easy. He's showing how dominant he truly is.
Passes it to Richardson. Here's Porzingis. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
George, no good.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Finney-Smith kicks to Kleba. The pass to Porzingis. Nice move. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are, but look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
Richardson finds Brunson. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Here's Porzingis. Rebound by the Clippers. The drive by Jackson. That one doesn't go. And the Mavericks going the other way now. They host the Spurs after this one. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
It hasn't mattered the scheme or the defender. Kristaps Porzingis is simply cooking right now.
And born and raised in Toronto, Powell is part of a growing legion of NBA players who hail from up north.
We the North. How about upon arriving in Dallas, he became the 5th Canadian to suit up just for the Dallas Mavs organization alone. So college and NBA scouts spending more time there now. What a beautiful country with plenty of basketball talent.
Clippers trail by 9. Here's Morris. Keeps it alive, and Leonard stays with it. Leonard's got 6.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Brunson the pass to Powell. Back to Brunson. He kicks to Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
You have got to commend Powell on his positioning. I'll tell you, he buries himself deep, and he's going to sky for that slam dunk.
Brunson against Williams. Pass to Zubac. Good. And the nice assist for Williams. 6 points for him.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
Brunson kicks to Powell. 11 feet out, and he hits it. Powell's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Really crucial that Powell knocks down these mid-range jumpers. It allows some spacing for his teammates.
Here's Jackson. Morris trying to free himself up. That's it, and the Dallas lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Jackson.
Okay, nice job here in the second half. Field goal percentage is way up from what it was at halftime when it was just barely above 30%.
Brunson the pass to Richardson. Inside, Porzingis, and then jammed down as he goes right over Ivica Zubac.
You know, at 7'3", yes, he can dunk, but with that athleticism and his sense for the dramatic and his flair, look out, folks. He can be special.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
A big-time effort for Porzingis, providing a lot of energy for Dallas. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Don't go anywhere. We'll be... And let's listen to head coach Rick Carlisle review the game plan with his guys.
Hey, we're doing a good job of keeping our bodies.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Mavericks. 7-point differential. We've got Ibaka. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. Then it's Paul George. And it's Beverly in at the point. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Hardaway finds Doncic. 5 to shoot. Now here's Cauley Stein. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
Boy, still a dependable shot blocker. That is what got Serge Ibaka playing time at the beginning of his career. Nice.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
The drive by Doncic. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Yeah, because Luka Doncic is such a threat to score it, it opens up the passing game, and boy, it is on display right now.
To the paint, here's Beverly, and the rejection by Cauley Stein. That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Cauley Stein. And taken away by Johnson. One-on-one here. On the wing, Hardaway. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Ibaka's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's George. Johnson with the defensive effort. And George gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Mavericks leading by 7. Outside Hardaway. Back to Doncic. To the middle. Stolen by Beverly. Now the Clippers moving it up. George has got the ball. He gets that one.
The speed in transition. Paul George is dynamic in space.
Doncic feeling it out. To the inside. Just his first attempt. Johnson, good.
Well, as soon as you recognize a size mismatch, you have to attack.
George against Hardaway. Outside, George. From deep. Hardaway dishes to Doncic. 3-pointer. And Tim Hardaway Jr. with the 3. And it's a 10-point Dallas lead.
Well, we know that Tim Hardaway Jr. can space the floor. You don't want to allow him to start cooking.
Fast break, Dallas. Here's Finney-Smith. Good, and it's Johnson with the assist that time. Johnson's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Beverly against Doncic. To halt the run. And it's Beverly missing.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Pass to Doncic. Back to Hardaway. Feeds it to Johnson. Clock is at 3. Here's Finney-Smith. The 3-pointer, no good. Clippers trail by 12. Here's Beverly, and the layup is good.
Well, this guy is a fighter. Patrick Beverly will not back down from contact.
Passes it to Kleber. A look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th. The pass to Finney-Smith. The 3 for Doncic. Hardaway for 3. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Hardaway against George. Basket counts.
Well, some nights as a defender, you just shake your head because Paul George uses his outstanding reach to get through the defense.
Outside Hardaway. Doncic against Beverly. In the corner, it's Kleba. And here comes Leonard, leading the fast break. It's rebounded by Dallas. Here's Finney-Smith. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Outside Hardaway. And a miss there on the triple.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And they pick up 2.
Absolutely no fear. Kawhi Leonard welcomes these moments. He relishes these moments.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Ibaka.
They got very fortunate there, guys. They should just take their time on offense and not try to force things.
They get a hand on it.
And looking for a very quick shot here.
You've got to run a play that's a quick strike. You've got to immediately foul after that.
Oh, that's a real nice looking deep 3-ball there.
And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
Doncic kicks to Richardson. Back to Doncic. The shot by Kleba, wide open, good.
Well, more and more you see big men working on.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.